Hello there, YouTube. I hope you all are having a blessed day. I am here to play with some paint that I made today, and I name the paints that I make after colors in the Bible. And this one is Tekelec, and I mixed it up today. Tekelec means living waters, and I used phthalo blue, violet hematite, and black oxide to mix up the color. And I got 2 full pans and this little partial half pan. And this is what I was going to do tonight. So I did this last night, and I did it with some essay watercolors. I used Rocky Mountain juniper to make that. So I thought I would grab a piece of really fancy watercolor paper. This my husband got me up in New York. There was some kind of sale. I think it was at a Michael's, and there was a sale on paper, and this is Arches 300 pound 640 GSM cotton watercolor paper, and there was no price on it. So the manager of the store told him, how's $7? So he got 2 pieces of 22-inch by 30-inch 640 GSM Arches cotton watercolor paper for $7. So this is the first time I've ever used such a fancy watercolor paper. So I am just going to make rough shape . And I'm going to use lots of water. And I probably didn't want to go that close to the edge, but oh well. It's only paper, it's only paint. I'm going to try and scrub this back to light and let it all bleed into the middle, because I want each ring that I make to be progressively darker. And I'm not trying to make an egg shape, I'm just trying to make a shape. And I don't mind if it's a little bit wonky looking. Try and make the edges a little bit rougher. This is going to be a slow process, so I have to wait for this to dry, and then I will do the next ring. This is still feeling cool, but I think it's dry enough that we can do the next layer. So I'm just going to do an arbitrary distance. And I don't really want a smooth line, I kind of want the jaggedies. There we go. And now I'm going to start flooding it with water. And I'm going to scrub up to the line and try and get the heavier pigment to move towards the center. Don't want the edge to be too dark, because then I'm going to run out of mass tone before I finish. And now we wait, dropping lots of water into my paint. And now I'm gonna grab lots of water and just wash it into the middle. And I'm really picking up a lot of water. And now I'm just going to scrub around the real dark sections to lighten it a little. Just scrubbing it to get it to bleed out, to just lighten it. I don't want it real dark at the edge. I want it darker than the layer below, but I don't want it as dark as I can possibly get it because I still have several layers to go. All right, there we go. Wait for it to dry. Adding lots of water to my paint again. Get lots of water on here and work it all towards the center. There we go. Now we're going to work on the edges. Lots of water on my brush. And I'm just scrubbing away at the edge. Just scrubbing away at the edge there, getting the really dark stuff to go towards the center. I think that does it for this layer. I am doing the last ring, and I actually did this last evening. It didn't show up on half of it, so I'm just darkening the side that didn't have enough color. So I'm just going over the whole circle again. And now adding water. I might do one more, because after I do that, I'm going to be filling it with really dark paint, and then I'm going to be dropping in, I have some of these metallic acrylic inks. I just got them in the mail this morning, and I'm going to try dropping them in because I want the center to be very much like this one, so you can see the metallics. So I'll be dropping in possibly some black along with the rest of this paint to make it really dark, and then I'm going to, while it's still damp, I'm going to start dropping in some metallics so you get that glow in the middle. I have just put the last ring in, and at this point I'm going to start dropping in some of the metallic paints from Glittery Watercolor, and I'm just dropping it in like this. Just dropping it in and letting it kind of explode. So I'm just taking the metallic paint and dropping it in like that. The problem with the glare is I don't want to tilt the painting because then the glitter runs. I'm going to let this dry and then I can always come back and add some more. I am going to add, you can see how pretty this is. I want it to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to add some of the main color on top of this in a bit of water, and I'm going to kind of just mix it up a bit, and I'm basically going to let everything liquefy again and add more of the dark because I want this to be really, I want it to draw the viewer in so they can say what's going on in there. Now it's getting dark. I'm arguing with the phone. I'm trying to show this to you without the glare, and I'm really struggling. I can't tilt the work because then the paint moves. There. So here we are. It's all done and it's nice and dry. And I kind of like the little sparks that are in the middle. It gives it a nice glimmer. It makes you want to look in there and see what's going on. And I think that this piece gives you a great depth. Each layer just goes down further and further and further. So I had lots and lots of fun with this. This is a piece of, this is 9 by 12 Arches 300-pound, so 640 GSM watercolor paper, 100% cotton, and my husband got me 2 of those sheets. They're 22 by 30, so I cut off a 9 by 12 section for this piece, and I had lots and lots of fun with it. Now it is a little bit wrinkled, but it doesn't take much to flatten it out again. Oh, that looks really cool. So basically I can just put some heavy books, some protective coating on the top, and lay some heavy books down here, and it'll flatten out. But I had lots of fun with this. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you'll give this a try. Go play with your colors. And it is a lengthy process, I will say, because each layer has to dry, and when you're dealing with granulating watercolors, you want to let them dry naturally, otherwise you'll lose that. You can do as many layers as you want, just, put something interesting in the middle, and I think it gives it a lot of life and a lot of interest. So I will see you right back here at 70 Acres Studio next time with our next video real soon. I love you all. God bless.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy. You are fair.